Hello, my name is Ski or Super Ski. I'm just sitting on my couch right now in real life. I'm just trying to relax for the evening and record this because I got some things on my mind and I know it. They're probably not good things to be thinking while I'm kind of on the merge of being really stressed out between wrapping up my first out of 2 weeks for my job that I'm running right now. I've been there for a few years. We got laid off for practically 3 months. Tardy's second shift pretty much disappeared. People left. People, old people that have been there for a while. We got new management. We got new owners. Supposedly a $2.5 million sale. Whoop-de-doo, $2.5 million. That's great. Oh, and we want to show appreciation. How would you show appreciation? Just bring in some sweets, bring in some treats or something. Because every now and then I used to bring in sweets and treats because everyone there's a guy. You know what men like? Men love sweets. They love chocolate. They love cake. They love brownies. They love baked goods. And every now and then I do it. But they have not shown appreciation for much yet. Oh, here's yay, you're not getting laid off right now, so there's your appreciation, I guess. You know, I really could have just put in my 2 weeks while I was laid off and said, oh, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. Y'all can figure yourselves out. But the layoff was only supposed to last, a month, maybe. It went on for essentially 3 if you count the entirety of December into January as month 1. December is month 1 because it was practically the start of December. And then January. And then, technically 3 months, but in reality it was only 2 months worth of time. That had passed, but, I ordered things and I had to pay for things during my layoff that I was expecting to have income for. It really sucks. Because unemployment barely paid for food as it was. I was not fond of that. I'm very loyal. I get that, and everyone likes me there, and they don't want me to go. This and this and that. My last day is May 6th. And I've got 2 places lined up for interviews right now. One's a CNC welding place, so computer numeric control. So X, Y, Z, C value, or whatever else. So what other axis it's going to be. Or a B axis for rotational, whatever you want to call it, right? For welding, I'm a machinist, not a welder operator. I know nothing about welding. What are they gonna pay? Like 20 an hour? I'm making 19. I haven't gotten a raise in years. So yeah. No. The second place is another machine shop, which I'm kind of interested in. I would need to do some research into them. That is on May 4th in the morning, and my other meeting is literally tomorrow, which literally only got set up this afternoon after I got a notification about, hey, this company would like to have a meeting with you. Hi, we'd like to have a meeting with you. We're wondering if we could meet up with you today. Yes, it's still today. At the time of recording, it's like 11 o'clock at night. At like around 10 o'clock this morning. If we could see you before 2 o'clock today or tomorrow. I'm like, that is extremely shorthand notice, which I am not very big on. If they could, give me like, hey, can we wait a little bit of time on this? Like, push it out another, give me like 2 days notice. Like, hey, can we schedule this out like more than the same day? Because I can't just sit here and go, hey, I gotta leave now. There's a meeting that I just got scheduled for. And like, what do you mean? You could have said no to that. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't. But because I'm not a jackass, I set up for tomorrow. Again, at the time of recording, it's still today, the 28th of April. I'm so stressed out lately. It's not fun at this place of employment anymore. I'm not happy. Oh, is it your growth for opportunities? No, it's not. It's not that I'm not running other machines, truly. It's the fact that I run Griffin, these little aluminum parts, and, the last three of batches of like 400 parts essentially each, 100% fine for the first time in like 5 years. They've had good parts every time. But I go home and I'm unhappy with it. I stress out over every little thing. You can miss the slightest little scratch or the slightest little piece of nail, or little bit of metal that a tool made stick up past the machined edge. So raw casting, you machine it flat, right? You cut it flat. You sand it flat, essentially, right? But in the end, there's just this little edge that you missed. And they are aware of that section being missed. It's part of their inspection. But you're supposed to keep up with production, not have a backlog, be done on time. I'm tired of it. It's just not that fun to sit there and go, well, do you really want to be doing this? No, it's unhealthy. Oh, you seem like the kind of person who would take work home with you, says the boss. I'm like, well, no, but yes, technically. And saying in my mind, I said no, I don't. But I'm also like, the human mind's capable of a lot more things than I care to admit. It is strange. Do I remember much about my weekend? No. It's getting to the point where I can't remember stuff, and it's just like, I know nothing about Sunday. Saturday's kind of a bit of a blur. I remember a bit of Saturday. Actually, I think it was Saturday I got the car washed. I had my vehicle washed, and that's kind of all I remember is Saturday, but yeah. I really should have notes about this, but I don't know what to talk about. It's just, I've got a lot on my mind. First, I'm interested in kind of ghosting me, essentially the way I feel, but perhaps they're not doing well mentally and they just want to take a step back from interacting with people. Or perhaps they have someone they're interested in, which is what the brain thinks is that, hey, they're kind of doing this, which is kind of giving poly relationship vibes in terms of what they feel, even though they are this kind of sexuality. It matches with yours. Like, cool. Yay. But in the end, it's just whatever it is in the end. I'm not going to stop them from engaging in another person if they feel like it. No. Just, no. And it's just some thoughts floating around right now in my head, and it's just like, no, I don't want to think about it. I don't care. At this point, I'm kind of in a weird spot, stressed out. Anger is fluctuating in terms of how alert everything is. It's just like, if the supervisor snaps at me one more time, apparently, it's going to be a very interesting day. Like, it's just like, oh, this and that. And I don't know what to do about it. Just see where time takes, and if the person wants to reach out to me, they can. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I've been recording for like 10 minutes. I don't know what I'm sorry. This is not edited. I got rid of any kind of editing software off of this computer because I didn't need it. I don't really do videos much, and if I'm doing anything, it's from the heart. If something gets messed up, I start over from scratch with the recording. The reason why I don't care about announcing my sexuality is because I've been gaslit before by people I've trusted, and I don't take that very kindly. Not at all. And the same could be said about mechanics. When you sit there and go, I spent nearly $7,000 on this vehicle to get it fixed, and now it's doing this. Honor your warranty and get this thing taken care of. Oh no, that's not on us. It's doing just fine. So you're telling me that this isn't a problem, possibly a sticky piece here, a sticky solenoid, or a bad torque converter to blame? Nah, because it runs just fine when it's not engaged in gear. You know, I wouldn't sell this vehicle to someone. Maybe for like a couple $100 to maybe $1,000 at most. Like, it's rotting. The body's rusting out. I know it a bit. Like the rocker panels, one of the front fenders for the front cover that goes and wraps around the front of the vehicle, that forms the hood line and everything. Starting to rot a little bit down there as well, down by the rocker panel area on the passenger side. And it's just like, I got this vehicle and I sat there going, it was only supposed to be a 2 to 3 year vehicle. 4 if I'm lucky. I obtained it a couple of years ago. Well, it's 26. When I got home, like 22, 23, December of that year. So obviously they go 23, 24. 6, we're like year 4 right now. We're in like year 3 or 4 right now, and I'm sitting there going, it's just not worth it anymore to invest any more money into it. You spend so much and it's cost you more than what the vehicle was spent to obtain it. It sucks. It really sucks. You know, you're in between the built to last. Yeah, it's got its quirks, it's got its problems, and the new stuff. In the middle here, you leave that stuff alone. This is we made this, and the engine is prone to having issues. And so is the transmission still. And then you sit there and go, well, you got these new ones that also have transmission problems, but they're not too terrible as long as you get like as long as you get like a 2024 to 2025 model year, it's not too bad. 2026 is, they just took away everything physically off the vehicle, and it just sucks. I know I'm ranting a bit, and I'm sorry, but